You can see the screen now, children.
Yes, ma'am.
See, in three-dimensional geometry, as you have studied in class 11, to denote a point, we have studied by using analytical geometry. We have used three mutually perpendicular lines, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. You can just view it here, x-axis with arrow, red color is taken as x-axis. Always you remember. Now I have shown it pointing towards you, the red color line, and towards right side pointed line, green color, that is the y-axis, and the blue color line, that is the z-axis. These three axes are there, and here you can see a point in the space. We denote it by three coordinates. We call it as ordered triplet. It is a general point. We write it as XYZ. Okay. So now by mistake I made this background as black. You can see that the three axes. Now you just visualize that it's a cube in the space. In the XY plane, the base is in the XY plane. You can do it now. Now, if you take this point, 1 point x, y, z, you can see that on x-axis, you look at x-axis, I have written there the coordinate x. Okay, so here this point is actually G, its color is to be changed. Not getting the point. Okay. So this point G, you can just see that it is the corner of this cube. It is the three white color line joins here. That is the point G, and its coordinate are x, y, z. That means the distance along x-axis is x. I have taken this pink color line. You can see. Okay, children. X-axis, what is the distance is x units, and y-axis the distance is y unit, and z-axis distance is z units. This cube is a cuboid with dimension x, y, z I have taken. I think now we can understand. Okay, and to know the inclination of the line which is shown in a red color, which is coming as a diagonal of this cube. Okay, diagonal of the cube, its inclination is defined in terms of the three angles. The angles I have already discussed with you. You can see here it is alpha is the angle between the red color line with x-axis, and beta is the angle between the line and y-axis, which is shown with yellow color angle, and gamma is the angle between the line and z-axis, which is shown with green color. I hope you can visualize it. Now, if alpha, beta, gamma are the angle between x-axis and the line, y-axis and the line, and z-axis and the line, a term which we have defined is, we call it as x-axis, and here is your y-axis, and here is your z-axis. If there is a point here, this point's coordinates are x, y, z. And this is origin, we call it as 0, 0, 0. And what do you mean by x coordinate? You draw a perpendicular from the point to the plane containing x and y and draw a perpendicular from here to here. This is your 90 degree and the distance along x-axis, that is the x coordinate. Okay, this is x coordinate and the distance along y-axis. You can see this distance, that is your y coordinate. This is your y coordinate and the distance along z axis. Distance along z axis, that is your z coordinate. This much you have studied in the earlier class. Now what you are going to do is, if you take a directed vector from origin to this point P, why we are taking the vector is the same 3D geometry we are going to learn with the help of vector algebra. You have actually familiarized with the concept with analytical geometry. Now we will consider both the concept together and will proceed. So what is the identity of the point in 3 dimension is the ordered triplet xyz, but in vector algebra, how do we identify this point P? I have already told you in the earlier class, it is in terms of the position vector of P. Position vector is always with respect to a point. Here our point is origin, with respect to origin. All the position vectors in our syllabus, we consider it as a position vector with respect to the origin. So this point P's identity is P of R. What is this R is? It is a position vector of P with respect to O. What do you mean by position vector? It is a vector directed from O to, it is directed from O to P. Okay, this red color one. Okay. Now, after this, the second step is to know, to study about the lines, what we need to do. Point का इतना ही है. एक point in analytical geometry is ordered triplet xyz. The same concept in vector algebra is the position vector of the point. First concept. Second concept is now regarding the line. Regarding the line, you have not studied in class 11. This is a starting. Line in 2D geometry you have studied. To know, to identify a line in a two-dimensional geometry, we have learned the concept of slope, right? Slope is actually m equal to tan theta. And m equal to tan theta and theta is called the inclination of the line with x-axis. So, a line can be identified only if you know the inclination of the line with the references. In 2D geometry, we have taken theta as the angle between the line and x-axis. Y-axis का बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला क्योंकि it automatically implies that the line makes an angle 90 minus theta with y-axis. इसीलिए y-axis का बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला. But in 3D geometry, you have to consider the inclination of the line with the 3 axes separately. So we have the 3 axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and your line is this red color line. This is your line. Or if there is a line, there is a vector also. Now, what you do here is to know the inclination of the line or to know the inclination of this vector, or you call it as the line L, we take the angle alpha between the line and x-axis, and this is the angle beta between the line and y-axis, and next comes the angle between the line and z axis, we call it as gamma. And direction cosine, dc equal to cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. It is defined like this, direction cosine. So direction cosine of a line denoted by LMN is defined as L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos gamma, and N equal to cos beta, and N equal to cos gamma. Okay, children. So this we have already discussed when I started that vector algebra. Now, if you consider this point as xyz, and we know that L equal to, this L is a direction cosine, L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, and N equal to cos gamma. There is a famous identity connecting L, M, and N, and how x, y, z, x, comma, y, comma, z, L, comma, M, comma, N are connected with. And also another thing is, we know that when xyz is the point P, okay? Now, when you come to the vector algebra, we have learned that the equivalent concept in vector algebra for a point is the position vector. And I have told you what is a position vector OP. The position vector OP is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, right? The position vector OP is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and the modulus of OP means modulus of OP is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and modulus of OP we call it as simple R, okay, which is equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square. So this point is Pxy, then OP is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Modulus of OP is R equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square. Then direction cosine of the line OP. The direction cosine of the line OP or line segment OP is L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, and N equal to cos gamma. You write it fast. This figure you draw. Okay. Now come back to this figure. I will show in the GeoGebra graph. So one thing you have to understand that we are considering the point P, X, Y, Z, and its magnitude of the vector OP is magnitude of vector OP. ध्यान से देखो, magnitude of vector OP means this distance. We consider it as, we call it as R, and R equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square. And also now you visualize this angle as alpha, this angle as beta, and this angle as gamma. Now I will go to the GeoGebra graph. You can just visualize the same thing here also. Children, now you can understand this. Okay. So this red color one, red color arrow mark, which is a diagonal of this cuboid, is the position vector of the point. You can just see it is written at G. The corner, the two white color line meet at the corner of this cuboid. That is our point PXYZ. Okay. PXYZ. And the length of this diagonal, which is in red color, that is your R. Now, what is cos alpha? You can just visualize it. Now, you consider the x distance along x-axis, right? X distance along x-axis. You can see there is a right triangle here, children. Can you visualize it? There is a right triangle with diagonal as r units, base as x units, and the height, this perpendicular is a red color one. You can see the 90 degree, okay? So there is a right triangle. There is a right triangle, and what is cos alpha is, you can see here cos alpha is, what will be that? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse will be of length r units. Adjacent side is x unit. So cos alpha is x by r. Please visualize it. If you don't understand, you ask me. जिसको समझ में नहीं आया है, please tell me or ask me. X is the x coordinate of the point G. Okay. Children, do you understand this? X, Y, Z is a coordinate of this point G. This point G. So what is the x coordinate is the x distance along x axis. That is the red color line which is pointing towards you, x axis. So x unit, I'm just rotating it and you can see that x unit here. Okay, now I am enlarging it. Okay, so x unit is coming as a base and alpha is the angle. Then cos alpha is x by r. Similarly, just to visualize cos beta. Cos beta. Beta is a yellow color one, right? So there also you get a right triangle. Now can you see? I think now we can see. See children now. Cos beta is, what will be that? There is also a right triangle with diagonal as r units. That is a red color one, diagonal r unit. Hypotenuse is r unit. You can see a right triangle with adjacent side as y units. So cos beta becomes y by r, and similarly cos gamma. Cos gamma means you will be taking a right triangle again there. I hope you can now visualize a right triangle with gamma as one of the acute angle, and there is a right triangle. The altitude of the right triangle is a dotted white line, and base is a green line, and the hypotenuse is your r unit. So cos gamma equal to z by r. So I made this only cos alpha You can see here alpha is taken in the red color angle. Cos alpha is adjacent side by hypotenuse. You can visualize one right triangle there with a pink color line as a base and white color as the hypotenuse, height. So we can see cos alpha is x by r. R is what? The length of the diagonal of the cuboid, that is your r. It is a length from origin to the point G. Cos beta, I have rotated it. Cos beta is y by r, and cos gamma. Cos gamma is also, you can visualize one right triangle. Cos gamma is z by r. I hope children you understood this. So I'm now going back to this. Okay. So what we got there is cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma. I have shown you that cos alpha is x by r, cos beta is y by r, and cos gamma is z by r. And cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are nothing but your direction cosines L, M, N. Okay, so these are the direction cosines. Now, if you square all this direction cosines, so squaring and adding, what you get is x square by r square plus y square by r square plus z square by r square, and r square is a LCM. R square is LCM, adding you get x square plus y square plus z square, and we know that x square plus y square plus z square is r square. A square plus z square, so it becomes r square by r square, and that is equal to 1. So this is a famous identity geometry. Sorry, 3D geometry, that is L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. Please write the identity. Derivation is not required. You please write the direction ratio. Direction ratio of a line, any multiple of of L, N, N is known as direction ratio. Direction ratio of the line, which is denoted by, this is only notations, denoted by A, B, C. इसका मतलब क्या है? Any ABC is a ratio. You can multiply with any number. You can divide with any number. That means L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C. Suppose it's a constant ratio, we can say this as K. Now from this, what do we get is, you can write L equal to AK, M equal to BK, and N equal to CK. And also we know that L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1, or what you get, if you squaring and adding, you get A square K square plus B square K square plus C square K square is equal to 1. Please write all this. And K square can be taken out, and what you get, k square into a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 1, or k square is equal to, or k equal to 1 by root of a square plus b square plus c square, plus or minus. So from this, what we can write is, we know that L equal to A into K. So this value of K, when you put, what will get? Or A equal to what? L by K, or L equal to A into K, or you can write L equal to A into K. That means plus or minus A into K. It becomes A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and you get M into plus or minus B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and the last one N equal to plus or minus C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. This is a way you can convert the direction ratio to direction cosine. This formula is very important. How to convert direction ratio to direction cosine. What are the direction ratio? Direction ratio is ABC. Direction ratio ABC, and direction cosine is LMN. Okay. So this is a way to convert. This formula is very important. So now we will do some problems. Exercise 11.1, question number 1. If a line makes an angle 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degrees with x comma y comma z axis, x, y and z axis respectively, find the direction cosine. Direction cosine. This is a question. Find the direction cosine. Please refer the textbook also. How to do that is a direct question. What is given is, a line makes an angle with x, y, z axis. That means this angle is alpha, and this is your beta, and this is your gamma. And direction cosine, L equal to cos alpha, which is equal to cos 90. And cos 90 is 0. Now the other part of the direction cosine is m equal to cos beta, which is equal to cos 135 degrees. And how to reduce the value is, you know how to reduce the angle. It is 135. It is coming in the second quadrant, right? So in the second quadrant angle, how to split is 180 minus likhu. 180 minus, and one sign will change also. It is minus 180 minus how much? 135 180 minus 45 तो नहीं है. 180 minus 45, right? So it is equal to minus cos 45 and it is minus 1 by root 2. It is minus 1 by root 2. Now what is that? N equal to cos gamma, and gamma was given as 45, which is equal to cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So these are the answers. Question number 2. Find the direction cosine of a line. Find direction cosine of a line which makes equal angles. Which makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. With the axis I am writing. With the axis, find the direction cosines. Find the direction cosine of a line which makes equal angles with the axis. Equal angles with the axis means who has left the class? Some children have left the class. I think they have lost the connectivity. So now equal angles means alpha, beta and gamma, they are all equal. Okay. So let it be equal to K. And even if you don't take K also it will do. So that means what? Cos alpha equal to cos beta is equal to cos gamma. Your question is to find a direction cosine. So that is why I have written like this, because direction cosine is defined as cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So that means we can write L equal to M equal to N. Now how to get L, M, N is, you have the identity. What is the identity we are studying now? It is L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. So let this be equal to K. All these are equal. So we can write K square plus K square plus K square is equal to 1. And that means 3K square is equal to 1. And that means K square equal to, or K equal to 1 by root 3 plus or minus. Now I can find the value of L, M and N because they are all equal to K. So what is that? L equal to, or direction cosines are, DCs are plus or minus 1 by root 3 plus or minus 1 by root 3 plus or minus 1 by root 3. One more question. Question number 3. If a line has direction ratios, the direction ratios are given as minus 18, 12 and minus 4. What are its direction cosine? What is the direction cosine? That's a question. It's a very direct question. Formula by heart karna hai. both important. If A, B, C are direction ratios, how to convert to direction cosine? L equal to plus or minus A by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Similarly, M, N and so this formula will be applying. So we have here A is taken as minus 18, B is taken as 12 and C is taken as minus 4. So L equal to plus or minus A by, that is minus 18 by root of 18 square plus 12 square plus 4 square. Similarly, M equal to to 12 by root of minus 18 square, which is same as 18 square, then 12 square plus 4 square, and n equal to minus 4 by the same formula. And this will find out, that will be the direction cosine. So that's all for today's class and today's topic. You study now itself. Otherwise, you may forget. Tomorrow I'll start with line, equation of line, and we'll proceed with that.